più grande insegnamento che il mare mi ha dato è che ogni giorno non è un giorno uguale, ogni giorno è una scoperta ed è il bello, ecco, è quello che ti dà l'input da ogni giorno andare a lavorare con il sorriso.
The fisherman, the alien, and the sea. I believe that towards the end of this documentary, the fisherman surmises everything so well by discussing how one must respect when nature changes and change along with it, and through these difficulties, find opportunity instead. And as true as that is in this situation regarding the clam population and the difficulties within this delta, that can be applied to so many different challenges that one faces in life. So there's a universality to this that is really quite beautiful, almost as beautiful as the delta and landscape itself that we get to see the fishermen work in every day. Very well done.
I like the fisherman, the alien, and the sea. I thought it was a cool concept. I thought it was really well shot. One of my favorite shots, any of the drone shots that showed like the whole big trap. I thought those were cool, and I like that one shot of bro controlling the motorboat while the boat was like driving. I thought that was a beautiful shot. Those are two examples of the type of cinematography here, which was like really next level. Uh, also, I liked bro was speaking, spitting, preaching, if you will, about the relationship with the Delta and like nature and stuff, and like this film's message about like so the Delta's gonna change, so we have to too. We have to be one with nature and all that. I thought I rocked with that whole approach, um, and I thought all of the elements of the filmmaking uh combined to make that point really well. So great job.
The Fisherman, I really, really liked this. I thought this was really, really interesting and intriguing. And as climate changes, as all of these things are affecting these large ecosystems of, where animals live, how they get food, all of these different things. I think that one of the things that oftentimes people don't necessarily think about is that that also stretches to the ocean as well. And with how much overfishing and, like I said, climate change goes on, you're bound to have some shifts in not only where fish or other creatures used to kind of live and stay at and be, that fishermen could go and fish there, but also you're gonna have new things coming in and moving as these things change and develop. That is, that is the nature of change, and nature is always changing. And I think that people kind of get stuck in this idea that nature is constant, and that is just 100% not true. So I loved this idea that you have to kind of adapt, especially if your livelihood depends on something that is changing. It's not even that you have to be open to change because of, your own doing, but if your livelihood is a fisherman and you're at sea and that is changing, the sea is changing, what you have access to is changing, then you also have to make that adaptation and you also have to change. And I liked that he kind of talked through that entire process from the beginning and how things had changed and what that actually looked like for him, for fishermen, and then how he was kind of adapting, what he was trying, and that he had what he was going to, like, what he was figuring out, and then kind of what that would look like into the future. So I really liked the structure of it, and just that kind of concept that if nature is changing and you're dependent on nature, you also have to change, and you have to find a way to be flexible but still do what you do and not, completely change what you've, made your livelihood off of and what your family has done for generations. So I really, really enjoyed it.
This was a really fascinating and informative piece. I really had no awareness or even interest in the subject, but it was amazing just to watch this piece because it was informative, but also very cinematic in a way. A lot of the shots were just beautifully composed, great uh, dynamic uh, between shots, using silhouettes and some, and just for a piece that could have really just been very plain documentary style. I think there was some really great attention paid to making it a visually interesting, on top of the subject matter, which I already, even as a layman, actually found interesting because of how it was presented. And there's a lot crammed into a pretty short runtime of about 8 minutes, so I thought it was really well done.